Guys, and welcome to Red Devils United. This is Michael Carrick's press conference for the Arsenal game on Sunday. Carrick on team news. I will not tell you the team. Everyone came through really well. It has been a good week, a big result, performance, and an uplift inside the stadium. We need to keep our feet on the ground. One game does not make you a great team. A lot of confidence. He's kind of right though, because like as much as we played well against City last week, like I said, that could have been just a one-off performance by us. I hope it's not, and I hope we do go against Arsenal and play like similar way and that. And I think we should stick with the same team, in my opinion. Like we'll do a pre-match between tomorrow Sunday, and I will talk about the game a bit more. But the only thing is that we should stick with a winning team and a team that played that well. Minus one player, I think, is 50-50. Diego Dallo, like, he's lucky he can even be part of the team, because that's it. I still stand by my chance. I'm not biased or anything. If the lot should have been sent off. If that was said Doku and a lot, we would have been screaming, that's a red card, that's a red card. It should be off, it should. So it works both ways. So he is lucky that he can be picked to play in this team on Sunday. And then the rest just I keep Dargo at left wing, I keep Mbeumo up front, I keep Ahmad at the right wing, I keep the midfielders as it is, I keep obviously Bruno as number 10, and I keep Maguire and Martinez in that defence. And then obviously you keep Shaw at left back and Lemons. Like, because I still don't know about Delay. So, and even if he does come back, I don't think he should start yet, to be fair. But yeah, it will give it a lot of confidence, obviously, that performance. And like I said, hopefully that confidence will bring into the Arsenal game. Like I said, when we played on first game of the season, we played very well with confidence, and that was with Ruben's system and Ruben Amorim. So, with the way like Michael Carrick and an actual forward back, the way that we actually play, depends what we can do. We just have to see what happens on that one. Carrick and Casemiro and Maguire's futures. It is coming into that time of season with contracts. We are working our way through January. There will be conversations at the right time. The announcement of Cass was for clarity. If we decided before I arrived the type of personalities and characters he shows with his performance, he is desperate to do well. Yeah, to be fair, as much as Casemiro's aging and that, I didn't that was a bit of a shock yesterday, that announcement. Like, because obviously we seen something about, there still yet could be another a 1 year extension to his contract, but with lower wages. So obviously, it looked like he might not have either he made his mind up. It was his last season with the club, and he's going, or he felt a bit disrespected on the lower wages, and he made the choice of leaving. I mean, it's good on us in a way, because obviously he was on what 340 grand a week or something. So that will be beneficial on our side in a way. But obviously I'm going to thank his time at the club. He's done really well. His leadership, his experience he's brought to the team in that especially in midfield. He's won a few trophies with the club. So thank you to Casemiro for his time at the club. I know he's only leaving at the end of the season, and he'll still be for the rest of the season, but still still want to say thank you, and I probably said thank you to him when he leaves, or whichever. Well, thingy. Hopefully we can. Hopefully he can lead us. Not lead us, obviously. I mean, you know what I mean. Hopefully he can get us in that 4th spot before he leaves. Maguire's part. Obviously, we don't know what's going on with Maguire. Obviously, there's things going around his contract, and then or there are a few clubs saying they're after. Like we've seen a few clubs being after him. I reckon Maguire's going in somewhere, but don't know where. I don't know what. I think I can see him going Italy. I can actually see him going Italy. And yeah, I can see him going somewhere like Italy or can't see. I don't know. You could go to another England club, but like West Ham or Sunderland or something like that. Maybe not. But yeah, I reckon Maguire's gone, and obviously it's been one of them Maguire. Obviously, it's been rocky. There's times when he's done mistakes at the back, cost us goals and stuff like that. But then there is times he's took us out the dumpster kind of thinking games, like the Lyon game. That obviously when he did that against Bilbao on like the wing, he did a little skill and then crossed it in for I can't remember who scored that goal, to be fair, but he's done bits for us to help us win games and stuff like that. He's done some good stuff. Like obviously he did pocket Haaland on Saturday with Martinez, so and he anyway he's the one who started the Mbumo goal off, because when obviously City did the free kick, he headed it away and it bounced to, was it, can't remember who it was, and then obviously Fernandez got it, run and then passed it to Mbumo, and Mbumo slotted it in. So yeah, he's done some stuff for us, good stuff and that, but good luck in the future for Casemiro, and if this is the end, the next end of the season is that the end for Maguire, good luck to Maguire in the future as well. Carrick being involved in talks for the week or so, I have not looked too far down the tracks. Every decision I make is not a short term. I have responsibility to lead the club in a good place. As time goes on, I am sure how I'll be part of it. Obviously, some decisions we've got be him. Obviously, he just said that obviously he wants to lead the club in the best place possible for the new manager to come in and that. But it depends on, like I said, if we do end up making something in this window, which we've got a week, because obviously it ends next week, doesn't it? Yeah, it ends next week or so, or whichever. So if we're making something, we need to hurry up and make a signing or so. I don't think we will though. I can't see it. I think I'll have thing we'll do some of it. Apparently we've got a big summer coming, but does that not get told every window though? We're not making transfers in January because summer's going to be a big summer window, and then it's kind of like 50-50 if it is or not. Like with some of the signings we've got. Obviously this summer, I think we're 50-50 because obviously you got two good signings in Kuna and Mbumo, and then you got obviously learner drivers in Sesko and Lemans kind of thing. So it's one of them. Hopefully we can actually get some experience. If we could qualify for Champions League, we could get some experience in that team to guide us in a really good way. Like that's what we're doing. We're lacking enough leaders and experience in that team. Experience don't have to be in the 30s or something, like late 20s maybe. So we don't have to go out and buy like a Modric or a an Hurricane or Lewandowski kind of thing. We can go out and buy like the young on that experience, what will guide us. But instead of buying like youngsters like 18 to like 22-ish players, like they're not going to guide us anywhere. They're too young and not. You're putting pressure on young kids to dive at a big club like this straight away. They need to be experienced. They need to be lead by experienced leaders, like, and then maybe down the line a few seasons they can guide us into greatness. But yeah, I think Carrick will try his best to leave it in a good place for the new manager. But obviously Fergie did that in a way, and look what happened. Carrick under Litt's injury. Hopefully he had a setback before I arrived. Only small. It was slower than we thought. He will hopefully be back in the next few weeks. For God's sake. I'm sure it was November when he got injured. I didn't really hear much about him, saying that he could be back. He could. Like we've had, he could be back next game. Dang it! My God. So that's him out for Arsenal game. Fulham game. Oh, for God's sake. We need all our best players back. Carrick on Arsenal. They're a very good team. It is a big challenge. They're in the Champions League for a reason. Not taking them lightly. We want to be positive. Right. Arsenal's only doing good because the others around them are doing poor. Arsenal's not been that great. They've not been that convincing. They're only in the position they are because the other teams around them are poor. Been doing poor. Like obviously City could have, if they beat us last week, they could have made a step closer to Arsenal. Villa, if they're beating Everton, they could have made a step closer to Arsenal, put pressure on them, but yeah. It's been a poor Premier League season for me, to be fair, because like I said, everyone could beat anyone, and I'm very sure we can actually get something out of this game against Arsenal. They're not really great. Like I said, they're only doing great because, like I said, obviously, like, I lost to a very poor side in Liverpool, and then obviously they drew with them. They drew to Forest. Like, they're capable of dropping points, Arsenal, like. I'm not saying, like, I get weak and, like I said, they are capable of dropping points. And I do very think, like I said, if we go on Sunday and play the way we played against City, I reckon we can beat them, like 2-1 or something. I really do. Carrick and Manu, I've really enjoyed with Cobby. This club needs young players coming through and laying the foundation. It is something we need to gaff and build on to come through. So quickly shows an awful lot of quality in terms of character. A career has ups and downs, but we saw last week what he can bring. He was enjoying himself. The problem with Cobby Manu is he's not really that player that everyone thinks he is. Like, he may do one or two good things, like, and then he goes quiet again. He doesn't do much in that midfield. Why do you think we're looking for midfielders? Because he's not good enough. Neither is Carton. Like, it shows it when Casemiro was kind of showing him how to do it in thinking, like, a 30-odd-year-old showing a 20-year-old how to thingy, like, in my opinion, Kobe Manu isn't that. He isn't. He's too slow. He's too slow. He's a lot of there's a lot of mistakes in him than there is good. Like it's a shame because to be fair, he did have one good season. That was when we won the FA Cup. Then he obviously got called to England, but then he's been poor. Like he can't be much better than Ugarte because I see his stats and they're just similar. They're similar and everyone's on Ugarte's case. Like, nah. They're just similar stats. And plus the different profiles of players, he's more of an attacking and Ugarte's more defensive. So I would generally prefer Ugarte in the starting 11 than Manu. And then bring Manu on for the last 20 minutes or so. But that's me. That's my opinion. People will go, oh, Manu's this, Manu's that. Ugarte is rubbish. Ugarte shouldn't be nowhere near this, that. But that's your opinion, and I respect your opinion. You got to respect mine. I think Ugarte is a way better player than Manu. But yeah, Manu would actually thrive in Italy. You'll see the best out of Manu in Italy. It's a slower league, perfect for him. Perfect. That's why Monopoly. Wow. Monopoly. Wow. McTominay is thriving in that league because it suits him. It's a slower pace. Yeah, McTominay got a few goals and seeing United, but he weren't thingy for him. We've seen the best of him in the league that suits him, and that's why I think it suits Manu in that league. Like if we brought a midfielder in January, Manu would be back on bench, and it'd be the new midfield and Casemiro in the midfield when Bruno's in cam. Carrick on Arsenal, we have got our ideas on how to get the team bus, maybe. You get to Arsenal on a team bus. They are in a really strong place. Mikel takes credit for that. We have our own ideas. That is what we are working towards. Yeah, you got your own ideas. Like you kind of showed him against City. All I could say is try not play the similar way, but try and tweak it in a different way. And Arsenal's not expecting it. Try and play a different way, trick them. Because they might think, oh, they're going to turn up playing like that, playing the same way as they did against City. If we could tweak it to play a little bit different, they'll be like, oh, hang on a minute. And then we could hit them. Because thingy like, yeah. But like I said, I do a pre-match on the Arsenal game. Carrick and Mbeumo as a striker, it is a variety in terms of strength. By giving him a free role to drift. Ben is great on the line. Josh can do is very good at bringing players into it. It is great to have that flexibility in terms of carrying the game to the later stages. This is why we needed to get an experienced striker instead of try changing now right wingers to a striker. Oh my God. Oh. And Zirkzee isn't a striker. He's more of a 10 than a striker. I don't know, like I did well up front in Mbeumo against City, and I wouldn't mind seeing him there again, but it's not actually his natural position. His natural position is winger. Like we got a strike on the bench in Seshko, How's that going to help his confidence if he's just sitting on the bench? Like, he's got 3 goals in 2. Well, when he played, he didn't play against City. He scored 2 against Burnley, 1 against Brighton. He didn't play him at all against City. How's that going to give him confidence in front of goal and when he plays? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know all that one. Carrick on Dillot, I thought he played ever so well last week. He should have got sent off last week. So how did he play well? He nearly got sent off. There was the incident with the yellow card, but to manage that and defend as he did was good. It has been ups and downs with performance. Diego has really focused, loved playing for the club, and he did fantastic. I get he did well after that decision, but in hindsight, he should have had the red card. He should have had an early shower. Anyway, that's, like I said, that's my opinion, and like I said, I'm not biased, because like I said, if that was a City player and our player, we would have been saying, red card, that should be red. Sorry, excuse me. Sorry. So, I'm just saying I'm not biased or anything. He did well after that decision, but he shouldn't have had that opportunity, because he should have, not keep repeating that, but yeah. Carrick and Seshko, it is not losing momentum. It was a team last week to get in a certain way. We are trying to improve him as much as possible. I don't see it as anything else as pushing him on and using what he done as a stepping stone to do well here for a long time. It is kind of losing momentum, because the guy scored 3 goals, right? And then you get told you wouldn't start him. And then you didn't play him. How's that going to help him gain momentum and confidence going forward? Because he might have that feeling in his back of his head, no matter if I score an hat-trick or something or whichever, I could be benched next week and not get a game. Like, is that fair on Seshko? We won't try and help his confidence get better and better and better. But for that to happen, he needs to play week in, week out. I get some games might not suit him, but that's why we got him. He's a striker. He's our striker. We've only got technically 1 striker in the team. And like I said, if it comes to it where Mbeumo is our striker, tried switching Mbeumo into a striker, then fine. We just have to see what happens in the future thingy. But it's still not fair on him though. But see if he gets it again time on Sunday. If he doesn't, and he doesn't get a sniff, then I don't know. I just find it unfair, my opinion. I do find it unfair. Like I said, that's my opinion, and everyone's entitled to their opinion. Like, people might say, well, he's not been good enough. He's not. Yeah, some stuff he's not been good, but for him to get better, he needs to play. Like, for example, in a way, like, I've had it where I played game, I've had things going on. I weren't performing, my confidence was really low. I couldn't do anything at football. I couldn't score, I couldn't do a pass, I couldn't do anything because my confidence was so low. But I kept playing in that, and I got better and better and better, like, and stuff. That's what we need to do with him. We got him for a reason. It cost us so much money for him to, like, I think it was like 70 odd million pound for him, or whatever it was, right? To bench him and not play him. Like, we could have used that money to invest in the midfield. Do you know what I mean? Like, what's the point? That's the case, then what's the point in bringing him in? You could have gone to Newcastle. You could have played every game for Newcastle and that. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah. But yeah, that's all what Carrick got to say. If anything else gets said, I will inform yous and that. But that's what I've got time for. And if you enjoyed that, smash a like, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you know when I'm uploading a video and coming live. And I will see you in the next one. Cheerio.